Hello everybody, welcome to the Ottawa Senators. I'm your host Jack. This is my weekly preview and prediction for the Blackhawks and Kraken games. So right now, let's just go over it for the Seattle Kraken, because they still have a couple games in the midst of right now and the game against the Senators on Thursday. So as of right now, as I'm speaking, there's roughly 6 minutes in the first period, and the Avalanche are up 1-0. And then they have a game against the Anaheim Ducks, which should be I don't want to jinx them, but a guaranteed win for them. So let's just get right into the stats. Ottawa has a record of 32-26-4. They're fifth in the Atlantic Division. And the Blackhawks, meanwhile, have a total of 47 points. They're 21-36-5, and they're last in the Western Conference, second worst in the league. So basically, this is a second trap game. Hopefully, they don't get fooled twice, because we know what happened last time these two teams played. They ended up choking a 3-1 lead. So let's go to the stat leaders right now. Tim Stützle has 31 goals. Taylor Radish has 14. Brady Tkachuk has 40 assists. Seth Jones has 21. Peter Mrazek has 8 wins as goalie. Cam Talbot has 15. Let's go to team ranks right now. Ottawa in goals for, they rank 16th with 197. Chicago is last in the league with 151. Goals against, Ottawa's 15th with 193. Chicago's 27th with 223. Assists, Ottawa's 18th with 323. And Chicago's last in the league with 247. On the power play, Ottawa is 6th with a 24.9. Penalty kill, Chicago's 27th, 17.4 on the power play, excuse me. On the penalty kill, Ottawa's also 6th with an 82.7. Chicago's 23rd with a 75.7. The power play, I'm going to say, has been really drying up lately. So hopefully that can get back to what it was before. Because earlier in the year, they were second in the league behind Edmonton, of course, which is really impressive. So let's see if they can get back to that. Penalty minutes, meanwhile, Chicago's 19th with 569. Ottawa's 28th with 703. Shooting percentage, Chicago's 27th with a .09. Ottawa's 19th with a .096. So basically, like Columbus, the only stat that favors Chicago is penalty minutes. Also, a couple things to note. Alex DeBrincat returns to the United Center for the first time ever since his trade back on draft day. And Nikita Zaitsev will be facing his former team, the Ottawa Senators, in this game as well. He made his Blackhawks debut on Saturday against the Nashville Predators. Let's go to the Kraken, meanwhile. They're third in the Pacific Division. I'm not going to make any predictions on their record right now. Anyway, Jared McCann has 30 goals. Jordan Eberle has 36 assists. Martin Jones has 24 wins as a goalie. So goals for, obviously for the Kraken, they are 5th with 217. Goals against, they are 17th with 195. Assists, Seattle is 6th with a 368. On the power play, Seattle's 20th with a 20.4. Penalty kill, Seattle's 28th with a 73.9. Penalty minutes, Seattle is 7th with 502. Shooting percentage, Seattle's on the top of the league with a .117. So the last time the Kraken played the Senators, it was a blowout, 8-4 in favor of the Kraken. But the special teams, meanwhile, for Seattle has really been struggling lately. And that's something that Ottawa is really comfortable with. So that gives us a little bit of an edge in a sense. But if I were to make my predictions on goaltending first, I would put Matt Sogard in net against the Blackhawks tomorrow, and I would save Cam Talbot for the game in Seattle. Anyways, for my predictions, Trap Snap, I think the Ottawa Senators are going to beat the Chicago Blackhawks by a final score of 5-1. I don't know. But yeah, 5-1, in my opinion, that's really a hot take because they still have some decent players like Seth Jones and everybody else. But for the Kraken game, so first off, we would be going on our 6th straight win. This game is kind of where I see the Ottawa Senators win streak get snapped. However, now that I'm seeing the stats with their special teams and the way Ottawa has been playing, I'm going to pick the Kraken to win 4-3 in overtime. So we're going to get 3 points out of the 4, and I would be happy with that because a regulation loss in Seattle is probably what we expect, but an overtime loss would be great considering what we have ahead of them. But yeah, so Currently, we have a record of 32, 26, and 4, which is a total of 68 points. So I see us coming out of it with 71, and the Senators had 73 points at the end of the year, last year. So my catch-up episode will be coming out later in the week. But for now, this is Jack from the Ottawa Senators Alec, and go Sens go.